Hello, Twitch chat, YouTube. My voice is dying apparently. Vintage League time. I had some decks that I had planned on playing today, but they ended up getting swapped around. So we did a fun thing where on my Twitter account, I posted whoever can guess closest to the last time I downloaded, or the number of paradoxical outcome lists I've downloaded, basically off of Goldfish. Whoever gets the closest to that number got to choose the deck for tonight. The number was 34. That's not the number of PO lists I've made. It's the number of PO lists I've downloaded from other people. And the closest player was Dingless at 32. So I let Dingless choose the list tonight, and this is what I was sent. Well, to be more precise, this was what I was sent. A second place in a vintage challenge February of last year. This was right after Luris was unbanned. This is a Rug plus black 4-color Underworld Breach deck featuring Managorger HYDRA as its way to beat Graveyard Hate. So it's a cool list. Played a lot of Managorger HYDRA in the past. I haven't played a lot of Managorger HYDRA recently because I think it doesn't line up super well against Saga tokens. Sometimes the Saga tokens are just so big that the HYDRA doesn't really work. However, I don't think it's a bad card by any means. I think it's just a very specific metagame bullet. There aren't a lot of Swords to Plowshares running around right now, so it could be a metagame where a Managorger HYDRA might be playable. So we're going to find out today. All I really did was I took a Pyroblast out, and I took a Tarmogoyf out, and I played 2 monkeys, because I now own 4 monkeys, so we can finally play some monkey decks on this Twitch channel. Basically, right after Monkey was crashing in price, Monkey got banned from Legacy, and Monkey shot up in price. So right before it started going up in price, I bought the dip. And so now this channel owns 4 monkeys. So we can play some sweet monkey decks and do some brewing with everybody's favorite pirate. The greatest thief in the multiverse. Sorry, Dak Faded. Anyways, anything special about this Breach list? Well, it's a very classic Breach list in the fact that it's playing Mystic Sanctuary. You don't see as many Mystic Sanctuaries running around anymore without Jeskai being present in the metagame. Dreadhorde Arcanist, Ragavan, and Managorger HYDRA as creature threats. Oko and Dak as planeswalker threats. And then, of course, 2 Breach, 1 Brain Freeze, Black Tutors for the combo. The sideboard looks like a bunch of removal, including a lot of Graveyard Hate, a lot of Artifact Hate, and a single Flusterstorm to add to our already kind of main board for blue plan. It's been a long time since we played this kind of Dreadhorde Arcanist, Mystic Sanctuary fair deck. Not my style of deck, but at least this one has the oops, I win with Underworld Breach in it. So we're going to play a full league of this tonight. And then I will definitely be streaming the challenge on Saturday and the Super PTQ on Sunday. It will be an exciting week for Vintage Magic. Let's just jump in this league. All right, here we are, round 1 with our Dingless Breach deck. I sure hope so. Magic Online, please. All right, great success. Yeah, this hand has, sure, I hope I play against blue. I sure hope I play against blue. Shit. As long as we're up against a blue deck, this seems like a perfectly reasonable hand. We've got a Pyroblast, a Force, an Arset. Seems very, very reasonable. However, if our opponent drops a Bazaar on us, it's bad. Even if our opponent drops a Workshop on us, it's pretty bad as well. I would say we kind of need it to be blue. I probably wouldn't do any banning or restricting. I would probably just unrestrict some cards. Okay, blue. Beautiful. That's pretty good. Turn on their Mox Opal. Not bad. Pass. Interesting. So I have a lot of choices here. I do think there's a lot of merit to playing a Narset, and we can prevent them from putting a creature in play this turn with a Pyroblast as long as they don't draw Saga, which they could have a Saga. So I think what I'm going to do is actually just play Volcanic Pass, and that way I can force pitching Preordain and still play Narset on my next turn, and then I can Pyroblast a blue creature this turn. Unfortunately, this lines up pretty poorly against Saga. So we're going to have to be a little lucky, I think. But the upside's there, so... Like, there are other viable lines here. You could play Dreadhorde, you could play Preordain. All right, they didn't play Saga, so now they have 1 mana Thoughtcast and 3 mana Thought Monitor. So if this is a Thought Monitor, yeah, that works too. I will blast that. I'm gonna untap, jam a Narset, and I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Interesting. I still think Narset is the play. I'm gonna grab all of my colors here. Am I gonna grab all of my colors here? Or do I want to grab double red? That's kind of an interesting choice. So the Ragavan should make me a treasure. So I think it's fine. I'm gonna grab all the colors. Maybe we just don't need to ever get the green and we can just get double red Underground Sea. I mean, there's technically more green cards to draw than black cards. I'm gonna get them all and then I'll just complain later when I find out I made a misplay. All right, this is forced down to 1 card. I'm definitely going to force back here. This just like cuts off so many of their best cards. Basically, the only thing that really threatens me is Saga and Tinker. Okay, they're just off it. Are all of my lands blue? Yes, we're playing Mystical Sanctuary. Mystical Sanctuary? Yeah, I mean, Narset is quite good when the 8-cast player doesn't have creatures in play, so this does make sense to me. It's like very likely their last card in hand. I mean, even if their last card in hand was Thought Monitor, I think you would still want to play it out. Anyways, 8-cast is pretty silly deck, so I'm gonna bring in a Braids and Claims and Shattering Sprees, and I'm gonna take out Ragavan and a Fluster and what? An Island? Can I take out Island? I can take out Island. Why is Mana Gorger Hydra good? Isn't Lelia better? You are right. Mana Gorger Hydra is not good. Lelia is better. We are playing a pseudo donation deck list. Not actually donation deck list. There was not a raffle. What's the word? A contest on my Twitter. So you should probably follow my Twitter. Damn, shameless plug. Good job, Justin. And the winner wanted us to play this deck from 2021. So, well, this deck is so good. My opponent didn't want to play any more versus it. It's not good for the content, but it is good for the record. So I guess we take those. I mean, I would want to quit my league too if I were registering 8-casts, so I don't blame my opponent. Don't register 8-casts. It's not good. All right, let's try again. Round 2. This time we found a mirror. Haven't seen too much of a mirror recently, but was at one point a notable Jeskai wizard. Let's see what they're doing these days. This hand is probably fine, he says with a large question mark. Amir says he's back because he heard there's a super PTQ. That's fair. Yeah, for sure. Don't know if Amir's on Ravager, but we'll see what happens. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna fetch a basic island, and then I'm gonna cast Preordain and play my Jet, and then we're gonna slam a Hydra and hope it works. It's always fun gameplay. Don't want to draw any more lands. Those are definitely cards I want to draw, though. In which order? I guess I would like... I mean, it doesn't matter what order, because I'm going to draw both of them. Yeah, I want both of these cards against Amir. Back Faden covers Workshops. Pyroblast covers all of Amir's other decks. Pretty happy. All right, Tundra. Are we Jeskai Gaming? Are we 2022 Jeskai Gaming? That is a lot of mana. Raggy? Oh, what if they Ragavan? Yeah, actually, this is a good order if they Ragavan us, because we just put a Pyroblast on top instead of giving them a Dak Faden. I definitely thought about that. We just gave them a Jet instead. Okay, well, that's really bad for me. I think you're always supposed to play out Jet to play around Workshops there, but like you don't really ever play around turn 1 Dak Faden because no one plays turn 1 Dak Faden anymore. Except for Amir, who is living in the past. Or maybe he's ready for the Gaak metagame. Well, the good news is, get to get rid of this Dak Faden, and if they don't have a cantrip, we're not in a terrible spot. And we can even upgrade our Jet to a Sapphire. Alright, well, that's bad. I rank that as quite bad for us. Jeez. Okay. Not seeing... I mean... This is going to be tough. When your Jeskai opponent plays 5 mana on turn 1, you know things are going to be tough. Classic 2 out of 4. So they did go bottom on Preordain and then cast Brainstorm for whatever that's worth. 3 out of 4. I don't think I'm going to play... That's interesting. That is very interesting. I don't think I'm playing that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to slam Hydra. Dak feels like it runs unnecessarily into Pyroblast. And I don't want that in my life. This probably just gets sorted or bolted, but again, that would mean this gets bolted, and then, like, it's worse if my Ragavan gets bolted, because then they could, like so if my Ragavan gets swords, then my Hydra can get flashback sword, which would be quite poor for us. So they fetched away their Brainstorm, and now they're going to attack and cast Preordain, which will trigger my Hydra, so I do get a block here. For those who are not familiar with the 3-mana boy, whenever any player casts a spell, I get a 1/1 counter, and it tramples. It's pretty good against non-Swords to Plowshare decks. It's fairly good against Lightning Bolt, typically. But, yeah, Swords to Plowshare is quite good against it. No Swords to Plowshares, though. So that's fun. A second Mana Gorger Hydra. That's interesting. That could run away with this game. I can Sanctuary back a Preordain and hard cast a Ragavan. So the worst problem about this Mana Gorger Hydra is if my opponent draws Swords to Plowshares, they immediately have 2 Swords to Plowshares. So I kind of don't want to play Mana Gorger Hydra until I can get rid of this Arcanist, which I only have, what, 1 Lightning Bolt to do? So maybe we just can't beat a Swords to Plowshares and we just have to play into it. Well, I don't think Red Blast does anything. unfortunately. So I actually think I'm gonna play Monkey. This could get hard cast Force, but I think that's okay. So they don't have any removal. That's pretty good for me. I just got rid of a Scalding Tarn, which would have been a Mystic Sanctuary. That was pretty bad for me. All right, well, I think I am just going to play the second Hydra and hope I don't get wrecked. Because that's our path to victory here. Hydra Gaming. End of turn dig for swords. That's really bad for me. Ah, mystical for a swords. All right, I guess we're going to gain a lot of life. Whoa, mystical for ancestral? I guess that probably finds them a swords. I feel like that's a little risky. It's probably reason. Wait. Oh, they're gonna mystical for ancestral and then mystical for a swords. Ah, that's smart. This is why Amir's the Jeskai master, and I am simply a Mana Gorger Hydra player. So now they're gonna swords the smaller ones so they don't lose their Hydra or they don't lose their Arcanist. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of risky, right? If they don't have an answer for this Hydra, they could die. All right, can I get this Hydra to lethal damage? I kind of need this Preordain to hit. Is a Pyroblast? What is this? A Hull Breacher. I see. Guess it could have gone worse. So I think that leaves us pretty dead here. Don't think an Oko does it. This is technically a lethal attack. I technically did make it to lethal damage, which is interesting. But they're just going to trade Ragavan for Hull Breacher, swords the Mana Gorger Hydra. I guess we can draw Lightning Bolt and win. That's about it, right? Okay. Do be like that. They also have Fetch Land, Mystical Sanctuary, Mystic Sanctuary, Ancestral Recall, Flashback Ancestral Recall. So they can do like 2 more Ancestral Recalls as well. No. Alright. Well, I don't think this is gonna resolve, because I think they've had a Pyroblast this whole game, but yeah, what's up, Grub? Yeah. How does Jeskai actually win the game? Mentor. Most of the time, they just draw so many cards that their opponent concedes. The problem is, even if I draw Lightning Bolt, it's very likely my opponent will have counter magic for it. They've cast 0 Force of Wills this game, and they have infinite mana. So, Jeskai basically wins the game by boring you to death. The one of Hull Breacher in the main is a Jeskai classic. I definitely will take this and hope it works out. I guess this can get Flusterstormed. Whatever. I don't think I care. All right, I'm going to do Gush. Gush is good. I guess I can pick up the basic. I don't know. Okay, blasted. Fair. I'm surprised they didn't blast Scroll then. Oh, they found Mentor. Flashback Pyroblast to get a Mentor token. I think they were supposed to blast Scroll. Don't think it matters, though. Bolt? Monkey looks pretty silly here. Land before Scroll would have only given me 2 extra mana, so it would not have beaten Fluster because I cast Preordain on the turn. So I would have had to wait another turn. No, but I think they might be supposed to. I've definitely thought about playing more counterbalances recently. It's a nice PO mirror tech, actually. But I gave up trying to win the PO mirror. So basically, I was testing PO for the Super PTQ, and I went 0-8. I played 8 league matches, and I went 0-8, losing 6 mirrors. I lost 6 PO mirrors. And I feel like if you know PO as well as I do, you should gain some amount of matchup equity in the mirror. But I just don't feel like that's the case. And I made my deck very geared to beat PO. I put Lavinia's in the deck. I put Teferi in the deck. I put Narset, Karn. I put all of the mirror breakers that I usually play. And I could not win a mirror match. So I just gave up. I'm not playing PO anymore. I just can't do it. I do think that Counterbalance is underplayed in Vintage, especially with Pyroblast being on a bit of a downturn. So we came pretty close to beating the Jeskai Master here with the Managorger Hydra, but unfortunately a very timely Mystical for Ancestral for Mystical for Swords was enough to get us. What do we want to do? We might want to bring in additional removal, and we might have interest in Soul Guide Lanterns, and maybe Flusterstorm. I'm really off of the idea of playing Managorger Hydra, because I just hate playing against Swords of Plowshares. It's really, really, really lame. I'm going to get the island out of here, and I'm going to get the Mystical. Is there a Mystical? There is no Mystical. I see. I don't think Amir knows we're on Breach yet, which is nice. That's an additional point in our advantage. I don't know. Maybe it's just Vamp. Oh, it's probably Petal, actually. This deck probably shouldn't play a Petal at all. I think Petal's quite bad. Yeah, I'll do that. Maybe it needs Petal because it's playing 4 colors. It is a 2021 deck. It happens. All right. This is a hand. Now, I'm supposed to just like play a Ragavan, right? I'm not a big Ragavan gamer, so I do need people to explain. This is just like you play the Ragavan and make them have an answer, right? And then if they don't, they rage quit. That's what I've been told anyways. It got forced. If it's getting forced, that means they don't have removal, right? So I'm supposed to force back. True or false? What if they just go land Moxen because they and play a Dreadhorde Arcanist, which is a 1/3? Ah, the classic Lotus Dak, 2 games in a row. Not a huge fan of Lotus Dak, but it does make me not want to attack. It's annoying that I don't get a treasure and a card if I attack Dak. Maybe I can just ignore Dak. It's possible. Dak is not card advantage. It is card selection. So they did hit a ruby, and a pearl, and a swords. Why do I feel like I'm getting swords? They should have swords me already if they had a swords. So I don't know. I can go find a Flusterstorm if they give me infinite time here, right? Oh, I guess I showed them Underground Sea, so they probably do know that I'm on. They probably do know that I'm on a Breach. All right. I mean, I think I want these Magic the Gathering cards as well. Maybe not Brainstorm. Maybe I just want Ponder. Sorry, Preordain. I'm not attacking Dak. I'm attacking them. I want my treasure. I want my cards. Lavinia. Sure. I'll take a Lavinia. That thing also attacks Dak. Is this Monkey? This is Mr. Steal Your Girl. He just went and took Amir's girl. That's wild to me. Pirates are something else. Jeez. Lavinia has switched sides. Not a fan of Dak Faden. Team Monkey. Oh no! Lavinia, come back. No, the other monkey. Legend rule. Legend rule. If only I had a Lavinia to counter this jet. Oh, he accidentally F6 through that, so he did not get a jet. Oh, right. We have a Pyroblast for this Dak Faden. That's kind of free. Kind of forgot we had that. Did we have that last turn? I played Lavinia instead of it. I was too tunneled on the girl. Classic mistake. I can even have the mana to pay for Flusterstorm. This looks pretty good to me. Interesting. Is a Flusterstorm good? I don't think so. Is a land good? Oh, it's a Ragavan. That is true. So I can keep the one I want and all right, so I could just like give them a fluster. All right, I'm down. I'm down. Ragavan Wars. Hey, I'm not a tempo delver gamer. I gotta learn these things from scratch. Oh, they're just gonna play the Ragavan for blocks. A solid play from Amir. A solid play from Amir. All right, well, I'm gonna fetch away this Flusterstorm. Yeah, that's because I like the monkey. Doesn't mean I'm good at playing the monkey. I couldn't afford the monkey. The monkey was so expensive. That's a hell of a magic card. Do we win? I feel like we gotta be pretty close to winning, right? See if they block. If this gets a Black Lotus, I then have 4, 5, 6 mana. I can go Demonic for Brain Freeze. I think. I don't know. I didn't do the math. Should I resolve a breach first? Probably. I guess that runs into Fluster. I'm not putting anything back. Doesn't really play around anything, but it's probably fine, right? Opponent had wished one top deck for the turn. Seems reasonable. Hello, Bren DeHeld. 1, 2, 3. Welcome. I have not chosen my deck for the Super PTQ yet. I have some ideas. Let's put it that way. But I'm very off of Oath and I'm very off of PO, which leaves me with fairly little things. I am thinking about Gaak, and I'm definitely thinking about Gaak. Gaak seems like the deck to beat on the weekend, but I feel like if people want to beat Gaak, they could. So I'm not 100% sure how that metagame is going to fare. So I definitely think I will play Gaak on Saturday for the challenge, just to feel it out, just to get some reps in. Definitely think that's going to happen. I wonder if I'm supposed to be bringing in a Braid as another way to kill something. Probably. What do I take out for this Braid? Negation? Oh, too late. Oath is so bad. I can't get Oath to win games. How many ticks is this deck? I don't know. Minus Ragavan, the deck is 515 tickets. If you want, you can cut Ragavan and play a Pyroblast and a Tarmogoyf. So this is like fine, right? Because I have a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Can't cast it yet, but... Pyroblast Misstep. Huh. Really hope my Ponder doesn't get misstepped. I was trying to find a red land to play my Dreadhorde Arcanist. Ah. Man, that's pretty lucky. Well, yeah, I was going to play Ponder so that they wouldn't get the top card, but now I think I'm just going to play a 1-3, and they're going to be stuck. And then we can tutor away our Ragavan that we can't cast. You know, maybe instead of banning Ragavan, they should have unbanned Dreadhorde Arcanist in Legacy. I hear that 1-3s are pretty good against 2-1s. I don't know. Just thought. Just stir up a little bit of the Legacy players in chat. I've been doing a lot of blocking of Ragavan recently. It's been a good time. So currently, Mental Misstep and Pyroblast do not counter Demonic Tutor. So... Well, I actually don't need to Demonic, but it would shuffle away the Ragavan. I kind of don't want to attack. I think I'd rather just block. Maybe that's wrong. Or Renin 6. Yeah, look at that. Am I crazy? I don't know what our best plan here is. Amir is saying, I thought I was the only one who played Arcanist. I can just go get Breach for later. And that gets rid of the Ragavan. Maybe that's silly. I don't know. I just didn't want to draw Ragavan. I could have gotten rid of the Ragavan with Ponder, but I felt like it was doing a pretty good job on blocking duty. Like, we are very close to combo killing our opponent. We have Lotus and Demonic Tutor. We have to kind of hope our opponent doesn't have something really good here, though. 5. They do have enough to dig, actually. If they attack their Ragavan in, they could even hold up in Pyroblast with their dig. Is that what they're going to do? Is Amir the next level? Oh, that would have been pretty crazy. If Amir was like, I'm going to sack my Ragavan so I can have an uncounterable dig. That would be pretty cool. All right, I think I'm just going to leave open all my Flusters and just play this Sanctuary. Are they doing it? He's going in. But now he gets got by Fluster really badly. So, didn't really work out very well. So, the problem with sacking the Ragavan to get the dig to resolve is that you then still have to beat an Arcanist on the ground. Which is pretty tough to do when I have Ponder already in my yard. Okay, so we know that their hand is Pyroblast, Mental Misstep, and an Unknown. This turn we actually do get to probably Preordain. Okay, so this gets us our red mana. So actually, if we were to go Underworld Breach, so we would have 6 cards in our yard. We could Underworld Breach, get rid of 3 cards, get we have to be pretty close, right? We need more cards in our yard. I think we need some cards in our yard. So let's start preordaining. I want to fetch first so that I can keep both these cards. Wow! Actually, that card's pretty sick. Because now I can attack and ponder and just play another Arcanist. It does put us farther away from Breach, but I guess I could just play another Arcanist. No, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We don't have to win right away. I guess we could probe them. No, let's just ponder. I don't know what the correct cantrip is. It's not my specialty. Sylvan Library. Well, I have to play Arcanist this turn. And I want to draw Preordain to have blue card Force Fluster, probably. I'm like a little worried about maybe like if they draw Bolt or something and then get my Sylvan. Maybe that's fine, though. Second Dreadhorde Arcanist. Man, we really are thrown back in time. I don't know what I'm planning. I'm not gonna lie to you right now, Senpai. I have no idea what I'm planning. I am very, very certainly just winging it at the moment. All right. So if I were to flashback Demonic Tutor and get Breach, I'm 1 card away, right? That's the problem. But I keep using cards from my yard to play these Dreadhorde Arcanists. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I feel like we can win any way we choose. So why don't we just like win with the Dreadhorde Arcanists? I don't know. I do feel like I'm battling myself here though. I don't feel like I need another breach. That doesn't seem like the problem. I guess I could use another ruby. What's a ruby do for me? It gives me mana? Sure, why not? Yeah, what if we draw a bunch of cards instead of winning the game? That'd be pretty hype. I think I'm still in the life for a... Okay, we found the brain freeze. The game is very easy. Never mind. Does it make any sense to like change the order of these spells? I don't think so. I guess if their last card is Flusterstorm, can we beat that? Yeah, we can get a Lotus back first. Yeah, Preordain, casting like 4 Preordains is pretty good. What is this? What is their last card? Surgically extract my Black Lotus. So I can force this. No. We just don't care, right? Maybe it's fine because I can just fluster and then they can't pay. And I can just get my Lotus anyways, and I'm still fine. I think that's a true statement. Because they have 4 mana plus a mental misstep. So 5. They can only counter 5 of these. I was worried that they could pay all their mana and use their mental misstep, but they're 1 mana short. So now we're deterministic because their other spells don't matter. Yeah, this game is over. All right. That was pretty fun. That was some classic Legacy vintage right there. Just good old Dreadhorde Arcanist versus Dreadhorde Arcanist in 2022. You love to see it. All right. I don't win versus a mirror in a fair blue matchup very often, so I'll take it. All right. We have found a new opponent. Round 3 with Hydra Breach. That's certainly Magic the Gathering cards. Yep. Oh, Amir. We were living in the past in that match. We had some serious flashbacks to 2021 right there. The good old Mystic Sanctuary days when I was very mad at Mystic Sanctuary and wanted it removed. Well, I mean, we can dash this Ragavan and get a treasure token and cast Ancestral Recall. So I think we'll be okay. I do still think that Sanctuary is totally broken. I do still believe that. I don't like Sanctuary existing. But thankfully, the shells that play Sanctuary haven't been good in a while, so. All right, what are we playing against? Ooh, is the Gaak? That means we get to cast Ancestral Recall. Sanctuary Tinker? That's exciting. Right Shaman. Also, I'll draw 3. Okay. I wonder if this is not the Gaak. There's another possibility. I kind of wish I had drawn a Force of Will, but I think they all have different variations of hardest to play, easiest to play, and then you also have to figure out if you're talking about skill floors or skill ceilings. I don't know if I recognize this name, but it might not be the Gaak. But it might be the Gaak as well. I have a feeling we're not going to get very many hits back in with this Ragavan. I wonder if I'm supposed to play, like, Ragavan Arcanist. Probably not. I probably am supposed to just play Preordain Arcanist and try to find a Force. I mean, if there are the Gaak, Narset's actually pretty good. Actually, if they're the other deck, then Narset is also pretty good. So I think I'm actually just going to jam... Am I supposed to jam Narset? That feels really awkward with a Dreadhorde in play, like a Dreadhorde with a Ancestral Recall. No, I think I'm gonna... I just think Narset prevents the most broken starts. No, every deck in Vintage play goes on the play. I'm gonna play Narset because I think it stops both decks that this could be. Found the Force. I think I'm just gonna take the Force, and now I have a nice setup where I have a lot of things covered. Well, it's a surprise. It's a surprise. You'll see. If it is, you'll see right away. Oh, they're going to attack my Narset? Nice. They could just eat Recall on Dreadhorde. This is true. This makes me think they probably have Bazaar of Baghdad. Wasteland. Okay, so this is Gaak. This means they definitely have a Bazaar of Baghdad if they're going to attack with Deathray Shaman here, which I am definitely down for. Second one? I might force a second Deathray Shaman, to be honest. Seems incredibly annoying. Unfortunately, if I don't hit another land, then I can't play Arcanist Ragavan. It's kind of annoying. I think I'm going to force this. I think this is too annoying. I'm not going to eat this Narset. I'm going to try to protect it instead. So I'd like to hit a land here so that I could go Ragavan attack, play. Well, is that really better? Kind of depends on what's on top of their deck, I guess. Maybe that's not even better. Maybe just like play 1/3, play Sanctuary is the best line. If I draw a Volcanic, maybe I just play Dreadhorde, play Ragavan. Because they can't eat Ancestral and block Ragavan. Upkeep, Vigor, my Emerald. Pitching, Collector, Oof. All right, so we're... Yeah, I mean, sure. You got it. Rainstorm. That would be a little risky. I am just going to play my 2/1 blocker here and pass. I mean, if they play 1-drop into Gaak, it's really bad for me. I can gush into a force, but... It doesn't really make sense for them to attack Narset unless they have a Bazaar. You would rather just play more creatures. I mean, if they have a Gaak follow-up here, it's really good for them. It definitely makes me look silly enforcing second Deathrite Shaman, but... Yeah, they do. They have it. I think I have to just blind hit a force, or I'm going to lose to that card. Kind of awkward. Better wizard. I'm just surprised they attacked Narset with that line. I'm not thrilled with my line, then, of forcing the second Dreadhorde Deathrite Shaman. So here, I get to attack and play Time Walk. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. They have Dryad Arbor in their deck. Never mind. Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, that was really bad. I guess I'm gonna eat this Narset then. I mean, we could still pretty easily win with a variety of things here. That's a pretty good one. Their last card could be Bizarre. Wasteland. Kind of annoying. So they are just 1/1-drop away. No, they're one card and 1/1-drop from another Gaak. How many Volcanics are gone? I don't want to fetch another Volcanic right away here because I don't want it to get wastelanded. Gonna just preordain Dak Faden. I don't think I want a Dak Faden. I'm just debating whether or not I want a Sapphire. I don't think I want a Sapphire either. Interesting. That's pretty good. I can't say I played this game well. It's really cool that Hogak can play just a fair black-green deck and not actually use Bazaar. I got kind of baited by that Deathrite attack. I guess they just didn't have double creature at the time. So I could be in trouble here if I end up getting my last Volcanic wrecked by then I have to find a Black Lotus, I guess, or a Ruby. It's not that bad. But this is going to flashback Ancestral because we were able to get the Deathrite Shaman off the field. So I feel very favored. I also get to Time Walk and then do another thing. So unless they play something right now. I guess if they play a land, I have to bolt this first, but it's pretty good as well. Even just going bolt right now, it's pretty good. Yeah, well, I played some of those turns well, and some of those turns very poorly, and it all worked out in the end. It's good to get some Gaak matchup going, though. We have a lot of graveyard hate, so that's interesting. We don't have a lot of ways to beat Mana Gorge or Hydra. We have Ravenous Traps, Soul Guide Lanterns, Nature's Claims, Braid, Bolt, Surgical. Holy shit. Okay. Well, Ragavan is terrible. I don't think we need Sylvan Library. Negation's horrible. Narset's pretty good on the draw, on the play, but I'm not sure how it is on the draw. Flusterstorm's pretty bad. Pyroblast is pretty bad. I still need to board out 3 more Magic the Gathering cards. How the hell am I going to do that? How do I board out 3 Magic cards here, chat? No, Dak steals Hollow One. Don't think Dak is bad. Can I afford Cutting Force? It's pretty good, as you just saw. It's more of a tempo play than anything. I'm just wondering if we have enough ways to beat a Hollow One. Maybe we do, and we don't need Nature's Claims. Maybe just Narset on the draw. Maybe just Narset in general. I don't know. Narset on the play might be good enough. Do I need to beat by force, though? Or do I need to beat Deafening Silence? Claim also helps us beat Deafening Silence. If they board in Deafening Silence. Which I guess to combo kill them, we do. Maybe we just take out a Breach. I don't know how many times we're going to actually win with Breach, but I'd like to have all of Breach still in. They didn't see Breach. Maybe we're supposed to board out all of Breach. It's definitely possible we're supposed to board out all of Breach. But let's keep some of Breach in. Yeah, maybe you are supposed to just board out all of Breach because you're just going to win with, like, hit all their stuff and Hydra them, right? They didn't see Hydra or Breach. Or green, right? This is not a powerful hand of Magic the Gathering cards. This is, though. It's hard to sideboard when you have 11 cards to bring in. So it's worth noting that Ravenous Trap is not particularly at its best here, because they have annoying things like Root Walla doesn't actually go to the yard, but I still think it's correct. I don't know. I had to get rid of 1 more card of Mirror, and I had 20 seconds, so you gotta do what you gotta do. I think I just want to get rid of this so I don't get Wastelanded out of the game. Though, will this beat this will beat Hollow One, right? Because we have a Hydra. So, like, if my opponent went Vengevine, Root Walla, Hollow One, I couldn't Rav Trap. That's one of the big reasons why Rav Trap's not as good in this situation. But it's, you know, they are still a graveyard deck, so. It's also really annoying if they, like, put 3 cards in the yard, immediately cast Gaak. That can get that timing window is really bad for you. So in general, like, Rav Trap not at its best. Rav Trap is at its best versus Dredge. So good versus Dredge. So they pitched Bloodghast, Vigor, Bazaar. Okay. That's not scary. And they have no Hollow One. Do we want to see what's in their hand? I think so. Show me. Swords? No! Swords? Oh, we're so dead. Maybe they'll pitch Swords or something. I definitely have to hope they pitch the Swords. And we drew land. Yeah, I mean, that is how it goes. I guess I could have kept a Braid and not, you know, if I'm going to draw land. Boy, oh boy, this could be rough. What did they see? Dreadhorde Arcanist? Is that why they brought in Swords? I can't actually stop this Bloodghast, so. Do There's going to be no timing window for me on this Stitcher Supplier for Gaak. It's really rough. Well, they didn't hit it. I could Rab Trap right now in response to Bazaar so that they can't hit a Gaak. Hideki could that's at the black-red one. It's worse than Pernicious Deed because it doesn't hit Saga. So I think it's just not playable. The black-red one, I assume, is what you're talking about. They're not gonna activate Bazaar? They're not going to activate Bazaar. Sure, whatever. Yeah, that's not good for me. Yeah, the card's cool. Might see play Modern. No Bazaar activation. I mean, they have to get some extra stuff, right? They're playing kind of weird. Another Stitcher Supplier is a good draw, though. Hollow one, Death Right. I mean, every time we dodge Gaak, it's a huge win for us because we should never win this game. We've drawn 3 straight lands. If they activate Bazaar here, I am gonna trap them right now. I might even trap them end of turn. If they attack with 2 creatures, I don't have to trap them. What if I draw a Mental Misstep? That would be pretty dope, right? Or how about Ancestral Recall? I'm not gonna... I'm probably supposed to trap them, but I didn't. We drew... fuck. This is, it's not ideal. Yeah, I mean, we should never be able to win, but our opponent is playing very cautious. I mean, like, I should have trapped them, probably. But they just get to activate twice, and I probably lose to a Gaak anyways. It just is like a lose-lose situation for me. Because I have no follow-up. I have nothing. I have just nothing. A Brainstorm would be a sick draw. Ancestral. Force of Vigor, Bayou, Black Lotus. Okay, 2 unknowns. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just trap them because that should at least keep me from Gaak for a little while. Because my opponent has a Swords to Plowshares in their hand, and I cannot remotely win the game if my Hydra gets Swords to Plowshared. Okay. I hate this game so much. See? What do you mean see? They have a Swords to Plowshares still. It hasn't gone away. So this is gonna get sorted, and then I can play a Hydra, but it will be too late. I can put a Preordain on the top of my library. I guess I should do that. Okay, you got it. Swords, my dude. Ah, finally. All right, well, We take 8 and go to 3 and leave ourselves dead on board. So maybe not the best line. Maybe not the best line. I think the real trick to this game was to not draw 6 lands. Or however many lands we drew. 6? Well, 4. We drew 4. They hit Vengevine, Bloodghast, Jet. So I think I actually don't play Hydra first because I want to give myself like some kind of out, like Ancestral Breach or something. Nature's Claim. Does that do it? That does do it. That does do it. Well, I have to lose my Hydra. So it doesn't exactly do it. If I had played my Preordain, if I had played my Hydra and then my Preordain, I would definitely have a chance here. Never mind. They hit a Bloodghast. We did anyways. Yeah, man. That was something. Boy, oh boy. All right, I'm going to bring that other Underworld Breach back in. And I'm going to... I can't believe they boarded in Swords. I mean, I'm still supposed to keep in my Dreadhordes and Hydras. They're both still good. All right, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just trim the Hydras. They're going to board in Swords. And I'll just play Narset and Underworld Breaches and just go for a combo. It's kind of dumb to go for combo when they play Collector Roof in their deck, but... I mean, I definitely don't want to play against Swords to Plowshares, so... It's probably fine. What do we got? I see. The hell does this hand do? I mean, it feels like I'm keeping this hand. Am I keeping this hand? Like, the safest line is Lotus out, Dreadhorde and Vamp for a fetch land. So I could play Ruby, Lotus, Dreadhorde, Lantern, Vamp for a fetch land, and then I can Dreadhorde flashback and get a Ancestral. I think that works. And I have a Wrap Trap. And my Ancestral and my fetch land can get me a Trop. Hand's pretty weak to Force of Vigor. Should they have kept in Force of Vigor? I don't know. They kept 6. I know I had to soul guide my own Black Lotus. I can't have ever played around that, right? No, I want my Vamp. Because I want to get Ancestral with it. I guess I can just hold my Lantern. That actually makes me less weak to Vigor, so maybe it's fine. You ever just vamp for a fetch land and pass? Just gonna play a Deathray Shaman on turn 1? Interesting. So they can like kind of get me with a fetch land with if I go like this, like a wasteland, they can kind of get me. But I think I don't want to give them a land in the yard for Deathray. I don't know. What a weird game of Magic. Because then I can soul guide their land here, so now there's nothing in the yard for Deathray. If they Vigor me, I don't care. And they have to leave up Deathrite Black, or they're going to get double Ancestral. Unless they have Wasteland. Yeah. I still get my Ancestral. So it's not a huge deal. They're just going to hold everything? Okay. Well, you fuck... why are they waiting to do everything until after I say things? All right, I'm not telling you the best line anymore, opponent. Sure. I accept. No activate. Double. Well, that's kind of annoying. I was told I was playing against a graveyard deck. I think I'm going to get a Valk. Well, we don't, because there'll be a Chalice in play. So doesn't exact. We totally do. Never mind. It's free. That was the only thing in the deck that did that, by the way. Yeah, that couldn't have gone worse for you, opponent. That could not have gone any worse. Oh yeah, it's a one of. It's a nice little one of. Oh, I can even... I think I'm gonna fetch a basic island. I would like to draw 3. How did you know? Thanks, Dreadhorde. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Basic Island looks pretty good here, too. Basic Island looks pretty good here, too. Ooh, baby. This has been a fun league, I'm not gonna lie to you. We've had a good time. Why don't you play a hard cast Ventrine? For the funsies. Resolves. Just for fun, let's make sure you don't have like a mind. Even if you had a mind break trap, I have it covered. It's too free. It's too free. Basic Island broken. What a league. What a league we're playing tonight. Jeez. Here we go. 3-0 going into round 4 here. OKMV. I think that's a PO player. Which makes me pretty inclined to keep Force of Will plus turn 1 library. So. Vintage Pox. Not very good. Typically discard doesn't really work in Vintage because the minute you discard a card, they top deck Ancestral and murder you. It's a bug, I don't know. All right, 1 jet and pass. What do we got? Upkeep Ancestral? No, we have an Oko. I definitely am interested in jamming a library. And then drawing 2 cards for the next 2 turns. What say you, OKMV? If they force this, it's probably fine. I probably let it happen. Gotta always keep your force up for Tinker. Ooh, we got a library. Legacy decks are a figment of the imagination. It's all Delver. Mono white Delver, Reanimator Delver, Control Delver. Oh, is it a bug gamer? Huh. That's really good against my Sylvan library. How does this always happen to me? Well, I sure hope they don't have Force of Will or Daze. How do I always have to play against the restricted Narset? On turn 2. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. It's such a blowout. Who registers bug? Every bug player always has their jet. Oh, it's the Xerox bug. They got Gush and Daze. They don't actually have Wastelands. I don't even have a Moxin to stand up with this Oko to kill the Narset. This is so bad for me. Damn it, bug players, man. That's why they let my Sylvan library resolve. It's bug, except instead of Wastelands, you play Daze and Gush and Mystic Sanctuary. It's like Jeskai, but with bug. Sounds so weird. If I walked up on the street to someone and was like, "Yeah, you know, it's like Jeskai, but with bug," that wouldn't make any sense. I think I was crazy. Ooh, they hit a fetch land too, and have a Tarmogoyf. Oh, that's bad. All right, all right, all right, all right. You had the nuts. You had the nuts. You got me. I concede. I concede. Bug. Well, I have a lightning bolt and a braid. Yeah. Yeah. I just am always in shock and awe in the capacity and not capacity. That's not the word we're looking for. The percentage of my bug opponents that have a Mox in their opening hand, incredible. Brilliant. Modern PTQ? No idea. I don't follow budget formats. It's funny to say that because modern is more expensive than vintage on Magic Online. So actually, I'm the budget format. Sorry, I don't follow inaccessible formats. Modern decks be like 1,200 tickets. Can't. We had a pretty sweet 3-game set against Gaak Dinglis. It was pretty fun actually. Though we did just get outbugged. We cast Sylvan Library on turn 1, and then my opponent played turn 2 Narset, and then dazed my follow-up. It was bad. Classic bug gaming. All right, let's try again. The good news is Mana Gorger Hydra, fantastic against Oko. This hand's not very good. But we're gaming. I think this hand's quite bad. But not bad enough to mulligan. Ooh, jeez, excuse me. I don't have any water. To be fair, I do think that typically Breach is not great against Bug. And I don't think this version solves any of those problems, so... And if, like... Sure. How fair is that? 2 life? Look at my hand? Oh. Deathrite Shaman. Yep. Sure hope we don't get wastelanded. That would be bad. Should I get Gush? If they have Wasteland, can we win? It's not exactly in the book of Gush to gush in response to Wasteland on their turn, but I think it's correct. And even if they don't have Wasteland, we can still gush on our turn and have our land drop if we missed. And if you... They could even play... Haha! Sucker! I was ready. Nothing for you. I do probably have to force up something this turn or I'm going to overdraw, though. Unless they counter this. I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm not really okay with that, but I think I have to live with it. This is not in the Gush book, I swear. Actually, I haven't read the Gush book. It could be in the Gush book. They're going to fluster it? Oh, not like this. They have a fluster and they're going to go fluster my Gush and my force? You don't make this play unless you have fluster, right? You just never would ever make this play unless you had a fluster in your hand. Oh, I guess they could have days. They could have days. They know my hand. I can't counter this. That's so unfortunate. Okay. It does mean I'm going to, like, super overdraw, though, right? I didn't hit any other lands. I can't counter that. Hopefully they, like, play a 2-drop. I can counter it or something. I guess that's going to also get dazed, so I don't really know where I'm going with this game. Just losing, I guess. Black Lotus? Probe. Okay. I think I need to see their hand. They didn't have it? They're a psychopath. We've been absolutely leveled. And they also have 2 removal spells. I've been had. And now I have to discard 2 cards. Should I just discard both Hydras? All right, sick fatal push. I'm out. New plan. Man, Gataxi Probe's a broken Magic card. Gataxian Probe is an absolutely busted Magic the Gathering card. What'd you draw? What's this gonna get? Dig through time? I guess you could get Flusterstorm. If they drew another blue card, it looks really silly. But the problem is if this Merchant Scroll gets Fluster, I can't resolve Demonic. And if it gets Gush, it's really bad. And if it gets Dig, it's really bad. All right, I'm in. Also, now they don't know I have what my hand is, besides the 2 lands. I can't believe they played Ancestral with Gush on the stack and didn't have a Daze or a Fluster. I can't believe that happened. They just wanted to draw their own Fluster, I guess. I guess that's what it is. I guess I had no mana, so maybe it doesn't play around anything. So maybe it's always fine to Ancestral there. I don't know. I feel like I got leveled, or maybe I leveled myself. All right, so I know their whole hand. Actually, do they die? No, because they have Deathrite eat Merchant Scroll. They're pretty close to dead here. Oh, they also have an Assassin's Trophy, my Underworld Breach. I guess that's also problematic. That's a good draw. I think I just hold it as a force, and then I get so if I go Demonic, Lotus, Lotus Breach, Lotus Scroll, that would technically win if there wasn't a Deathrite Shaman here. But I have a Demonic. So they have to wait until I use my Lotus. Lotus for red, and then I can only Lotus for blue or black. That sucks. I don't think there's a way I can win. No, because I need my land drop to play Demonic. I'm getting red off of my Lotus for Breach. I might just cast Brainstorm. Oh, they also have hard cast Force. What if they hard cast Force? Then we win. Okay, you know, if they don't, and they just eat Demonic and untap and eat Merchant Scroll, it's kind of hard for us. I guess I can just get Freeze. No, I have to get Lotus. Do you think they'll force? They can just Assassin's Trophy and keep open. Well, they actually can't keep open Assassin's Trophy and eat. All right, I think I'm going to try it and see if I can get it. Do I have a backup plan? Like if I get blue mana and they eat Scroll, can I cast anything else? No, I can cast Probe maybe. I really needed this to resolve. I needed this to get forced. What if I just get Lightning Bolt? What if I just get Ancestral? I tried. I thought really, really hard, and I couldn't figure out a way to beat Deathrite Shaman. So yeah, we do lose our Demonic this way. Last turn, they could either eat or Assassin's Trophy breach, but I had a Force of Will to beat Assassin's Trophy. I could beat Force of Will, I could beat Assassin's Trophy, but I couldn't beat Deathrite Shaman eat because I didn't have both a black and a blue mana. If I had both a black and a blue mana, I could have chosen between Merchant Scroll or Demonic for Brain Freeze. Bolt is a good draw, I just don't know how to cast it here. Because I don't want them hard cast forcing it. I guess I can just force it. That forces the issue. I'm not sure. It's possible that a better Breach player might have already figured out a way to win this game, but the problem is if I give them 2 turns, they can eat my Ancestral and my Merchant Scroll, which I don't want. I want them to only eat 1, so I don't think I can give them 2 turns. Like, I would like to be able to Pyroblast their Force, obviously, but I don't think I have that luxury. So they eat Scroll, which I think is correct. However, Ancestral is actually better for us right now because we don't have enough mana. We can just go like Ancestral, Ancestral. I mean, they could still force here, but I think I would just force it. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna ponder. I hit Black Lotus. I don't think I want to play it out. Oh no, I can't play it out. Wait, do I just win? I think I just win because I have red mana for Blast and Force. So I... Oh no, I don't have a Merchant Scroll. So I just get to cast some Ancestrals. Are we supposed to do this? So I get to use 1, 2, 3 to get blue mana, and then 1, 2, 3 for the... I can cast 2 Ancestral Recalls. But then I overdraw, right? Well, no, I'm gonna lose this card, so maybe it's fine. I think I might actually wait. Oh, they're debating whether to force this? I'm gonna pass. I don't think that casting 2 Ancestrals is actually what I want to do here. I think it's pretty close. What a cool game. This game has been pretty interesting. They didn't shuffle on this ponder, so they found something they wanted. We know that their hand contains Force of Will, Assassin's Trophy, Push. I have Force Pyroblast for my Breach. And I have Time Walk. What was underneath my Time Walk? An Oko? So I could Time Walk into an Oko and hit their Black Lotus? Nah. Nah. I could Brainstorm into a Oko and then Time Walk. game's too hard, man. I don't know. There's so many cool choices. I'm worried about brainstorming because it's gonna be pitch to force. But I do know that there's an Oko, so it's probably fine. Like right now, I can use all of my cards, right? I can Pyroblast their force, I can force their Assassin's Trophy, and I can cast multiple Ancestrals and Time Walks. Which just seems like it's good enough. That just resolves? So this is Assassin's Trophy. We're pretty bad against Fluster, I guess. They have one unknown and a push. They top decked Fluster. Their two top decks were Fluster Oko. But I have a negation. I have to see what this Fluster Storm does. Can I do nothing after I negate? Maybe I was supposed to lead on Lotus. They would just responded the same way. But then I might have gotten an Ancestral at the end of all of this. No, they're definitely targeting Ancestral with some of these. So one is on Pyroblast. One on Ancestral, two on Ancestral, two on Ancestral, two on Pyroblast, three on Pyroblast, four on Pyroblast, five on Pyroblast. So they just have two on Ancestral. We could just pay for our Ancestral, or we could negate Assassin's Trophy, but that would give us no follow-ups. So we can just take an Ancestral Recall, and they have a push, and we'll have three cards, one being Oko and a Time Walk. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Wait, now I have a pyroblast in my yard. Does that change anything? No, that's the same as... Never mind. Yeah, I mean, I think this worked out for us. There's got to be a way I could have sequenced it better, but... And, oh, no, we don't get an Oko. We don't get an Oko, but we do get an island. Interesting. So we do get the time walk. Oh, now we have Mystic Sanctuary Ancestral. Oh, no, I think not getting the land is way worse. I think being able to time walk is with an Ancestral is way better. Though I can't protect this Arcanist from this push. Yeah. I think time walk is just so much better. This is part of the reason why. Or okay, so what do I want to do? Do I want to dig, or do I want to fetch something back on top and then dig? Get Ancestral plus a card? Or just get cards and get Ancestral after? Yeah, because I kind of want to hit an Underworld Breach. Or just like blue card Force. I guess we could have gotten a Force. Fluster, Dreadhorde, Ragavan, Breach. Does Breach win? Breach doesn't win, but... should I like... I shouldn't take the Fluster because they could just wait. But they're not gonna wait if I Ragavan, right? Or maybe it just doesn't matter. Maybe I just take Ragavan, or maybe I just take Underworld Breach and Dreadhorde Arcanist, play 2 Dreadhorde Arcanists. I mean, they're both bait. Why do you want to bait with the Dreadhorde? You want to bait with the Ragavan. I guess it's the same. I don't think it matters. I do want... I mean, this is all going to get shuffled, so I don't care. I don't think this makes a difference. This gets pushed. I put an Ancestral on top, and then I just draw 6 cards, and then play Breach and win. They're just going to take it? Oh. I was going to say, I was like, what? I don't think taking both threats is good when you are... What? They did just take it. I think they just misclicked. They had a Wasteland on top. Well... Well, I wish I had double Arcanist now. I think double Arcanist was just correct. I don't know why I thought Monkey could be... Well, yeah, I don't know. I think double Arcanist was just better. They have a push, right? I'm not crazy? Monkey doesn't really let me hold up Pyro. They probably should have pushed my monkey, but it's fine. We're still casting Ancestral. Like, this is very winning. This is very winning. I think I'm gonna stand up my treasure. Or do I just want to flashback a bunch of Ancestrals? No, I probably just want to flashback like Ancestrals and Time Walks or something. Wait, that means I still do want to stand up my treasure. I don't know. Oh, this is my blue card. Oh, well. Yeah, I don't like the play I just made. I think the other lines were better. I'm just like looking at a Lethal Breach Time Walk. I can't play that. I don't think I was supposed to play Oko. I was probably just supposed to Breach and get like Ancestral Time Walk, hit him with a Ragavan. I mean, this is currently lethal on the table right now, so... If they have a removal spell, it's fine. I just go Breach and Lightning Bolt them. The game was pretty hard. This league has made me do way more thinking than I like to do in Magic, I'll tell you that much. Oh, I think I have to cancel Saturday's. I think I have to cancel Saturday's stream. That's unfortunate. There's really just no way around this. We were supposed to do dinner on Friday night. The Friday night's going to be an ice storm. Okay. Is this a keepable hand versus Bug? Wait, why did I keep Dak Faden in? Is Dak Faden good against Bug? This hand doesn't feel good. No, dinner with my family for my mom's birthday. All right, whatever. Fair magic cards. Well, we were going to do it Friday, so that it wouldn't be a big deal. But it looks like that's changing, so it's all good. We still have the PTQ Sunday. Ancestral? Man. Too good. Buster Storm's a little late now. If they don't play a creature, I guess Dak's a pretty strong play. Kind of just don't want this Emerald at all, though. I think I'm just going to go for, like, Brainstorm and stuff. Probably Brainstorm the Dak away. they hit a Sapphire so they can play the Leovold with Force backup. Fucking great. All right, well, the game is over. It's a rough way to end the 3-0 streak, but Ancestral into Sapphire Force Leovold is probably just way too much for us to ever possibly beat here. Because there's zero chance they play Oko. They are going to snap play Leovold. And I'm going to force pitching Brain Stick fucking Dak. It doesn't matter. All my cards get turned off. Maybe they won't force back. Nah, force back. We lose. Sometimes it do be like that. I kept a really medium hand and they had an ancestral hand. I could have mulliganed harder, but I guess technically we could draw Lightning Bolt and then they just get to go. Nope. So now they get to scroll for Gush or Dig. They're 1 mana away from Dig. Oh, they played a land we didn't know about. Interesting. We guess we have 2 Pyroblasts and 2 Lightning Bolts for Leo. So there are draws. Which one are you going to scroll for? You scrolled for Dig last time, but now that they have, they can go fetch and... No, they're going to go fetch Mystic Sanctuary, Ancestral, and then Gush, Mystic Sanctuary, Ancestral. So we're just going to die. Yeah, all right, cool. We died. Not much to do here. Yeah, that's a rough way to go after such an amazing game 2 to have this just unplayable game 3 is sad. But it is vintage. All right, here we are. 5th and final round of this vintage league. We're up against turn 1 Tinker, who does not usually play turn 1 Tinker. Usually plays other things. Definitely down to keep this hand, though. This hand's sweet. Well, I mean, there have been points in time where HYDRA is a good metagame call. I don't currently think HYDRA is a good metagame call, because I don't think it pairs well against Saga, basically. I'm going to play off of the Lotus so that I can play Pyroblast and Force. And I can, if I don't use the Pyroblast, then I can hold open Fetch to get rid of cards off of the library if I want to. Saga is playable. I just wouldn't play. I asked Dinglets if I should put Sagas in this deck, and I got told no, Saga's a bad card. So, classic turn 1 Tinker hitting us with the Bazaar of Baghdad. We lose the game. That's always unfortunate. Dredge. I think I just let this happen and try to combo kill my opponent. I'm gonna need an Underworld Breach and a Brain Freeze, please. That's interesting. If I had another land. Is that even gonna be good, though? I don't think so. I guess I can take it for a blue card, though. They do have an Icarid and 2 Dredgers in their first Dredge. So, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't think answering the hollow one is how we win this game. So, I'm just gonna not. Nope. We have like one draw step. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Gaak is not actually good here because my opponent has basically the best possibles. And now we get force get removed. They have double therapy. Yeah, we got another buttered here as well. Pretty insane. If they have a force in their hand, I think that's the best possible. It's pretty close to the best possible draw for Bazaar, for Dredge. Like Icarid, Dredge 5, Dredge 6, hit double amalgam, bridge, double therapy. If they have a force, then like, yeah, it's pretty rough for us. The good news is there's no way they can possibly name a therapy here correctly. The bad news is it's because we have no good cards in our hand. Tinker. That's fair. Oh, they they also have 4 creeping chills. So I can't brain freeze kill them. I have to kill them with lightning bolts, which I probably can do. Almost forgot about that. Well, so you're saying there's a chance. Vamp. Gosh. I mean, I should just pay no matter what, right? Vamp for... Vamp for... Ruby? I think we have to get lucky and hit Brain Freeze as our second card down. Lotus is in my yard. So I have to get Ruby. I think they have a counter spell, so it doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, so I think we can technically win this game if we put a Ruby on top of our library, gush into a Ruby, and then the second card underneath our gush has to get us a has to be Brain Freeze, I think. So Ruby. I guess I could hit Demonic. So black, blue. Gosh. I think we need to hit Brain Freeze. Because if I hit Brain Freeze, I can go Breach, Lotus, Brain Freeze. They had Force. What a joke, dude. Dredge is ridiculous. Cool. All right. 3 Ravenous Trap, 2 Soul Guide Lantern, 2 Surgical Extraction, and 2 Nature's Claim. And a Flusterstorm. Dredge is just the best deck, I think. But, hey, what do I know? So I think we have to keep in... We don't have to keep in Bolt because we have all of these, right? And then Ragavan is shite. Hydra might be playable. Negation is shite. What else is terrible? Arcanist is terrible. Maybe Hydra's just terrible too. Well, Hydra plus turns can actually be good. So maybe Hydra's fine. We can just get rid of Dig and Oko, and we'll keep Dak and Narset. Sounds fine. Something like that. Maybe we want to have another... No, this is fine. I'm okay with this. I mean, I'm boarding in 10 sideboard cards too. I just don't feel very confident. Yeah. Well, we'll see just how good Bazaar is doing when we do our metagame report after this. This is like less cards than Dredge used to demand, because Dredge used to have 4 Golgari Grave Trolls. It's not playable. Thanks, Neo. Is this playable? I don't know. It doesn't feel playable. It can't be playable. No shot. They kept their 7 again? Damn. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Yeah, it's okay. Honestly, going 3-2 is better than I expected for this deck, so we'll definitely take that. I think I will take Walk as a free action. No, we don't have a Tabernacle in our deck. This is 2021. Dredge is on the down low. We only need 10 sideboard cards instead of 15. They only have 1 Dredger. I could hit it with Surgical. I don't exactly think that's a strong play, though. No. This deck is from 2021. That's why the joke works. It's okay. You probably weren't here at the start. Oh, wait. Why did I cast Demonic? I meant to cast Time Walk as my free action. All right. Well, I rate that as bad for the home team. All right. I think I'm going to let them Shambling Shell. Oh my god, they hit a Grave Troll. All right. Okay. I get to hit their Narcomoebas. That's something. But they have an Icarid, so it's not actually something. It's just kind of something. They have 2 Bazaar? Their hand was 2 Bazaar Dredger hit Golgari Grave Troll off of your Dredge 3? Bro. Come on. I actually might still win this game because there's no way they can bring back their amalgam this turn. So if we hit Soul Guide Lantern, we could win this game. So they're playing 0 Creeping Chill, huh? Interesting. Because they're going to dredge for like their whole deck here, right? With a Golgari Grave Troll into Bazaar, Dredge. But if they do that, we could just hit all of their Icarids. They held back. Why you gotta play like that? Why you gotta be smat? That's not a very good draw. Why do I even bother? Leagues are my nemesis, man. Soul Guide Lantern. Fucking Manticore Dredger. Okay, and we died, and we died, and we died, and we died. It was not remotely close. And we went 3-2, which is fine. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend ever playing this deck. This is a relic of the past. This is 2021 Incarnate. Even though I added Ragavans, it doesn't do it. It's not a Managorger Hydra world out there. It's not even a Dreadhorde Arcanist world out there. And it's not even a Mystic Sanctuary world out there. And all those cards are pretty busted. Well, maybe not Managorger Hydra, but maybe we could have updated the sideboard to have some like a Tabernacle or, but I don't think it mattered very much. Yeah, there are some like Breach decks that are performing, but most of the time they play Tinker. So is it really Breach performing or is it Tinker performing? You choose. I know what I'd choose. I'll see you in the next video.